Welcome to Wellness Made Easy. Today we're revisiting a conversation from February 2023. Larry Logsdon, CEO of Tahiti Trader, joins Dr. Bob Martin, host of America's largest syndicated health talk show, airing on over 500 radio stations. With cold and flu season hitting hard, how can you strengthen your immune system naturally? Could a tropical superfruit be the missing piece? Discover practical ways to stay well, avoid unnecessary meds, and take charge of your health, starting now.
So we're going to turn our attention now to some other topic that I think you're going to be interested in, and that is not getting sick as often or at all during cold and flu season. We know it's here. We're right smack in the middle of it right now. Big problem with a lot of people. They're getting sick and getting sick multiple times during cold and flu season. They're worried about it. So now is the time, ladies and gentlemen, to build up your immunity. You have that, you know. Your immune system is practiced getting over and killing and preventing these infections from getting started in the first place many years already now. So it's time to keep yourself and your family healthy before you go down and before you start feeling miserable the next time. So we've recruited a special guest to join us. His name is Larry Logsdon. He is a functional food and exotic botanical researcher, CEO of Tahiti Trader, distinguished producer of the world's finest and most medicinal Noni juice. And if you don't know what Noni juice is and what it can do for your health and the health of your family, you are missing the getting of on the big boat to health and wellness. I want you to stick around because with this conversation, you're going to learn something. Most people are confused about what to do these days as to how to stay healthy. What works, what doesn't work, how can you become your own best doctor most of the time? The goal here on the interview is to remove some of that confusion so that you can take charge of your health and be your own best doctor most of the time. And that's why we invited functional food and exotic botanicals researcher to join us on the phone, and that is Larry Logsdon. Larry, welcome, and thank you for taking time out of your busy weekend, sir.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Bob, for having me on. It's a pleasure to be here.
All right, so let's begin. Let's jump right into this if we can, Larry. Why do people need to be concerned about boosting their immune systems, especially this time of year?
Well, Dr. Bob, most people have this fear of getting sick as they grow older, and they see themselves getting sick more often. They don't know why. And what happened is this fear has turned them into hermits, and they don't go out because they're afraid of this and they're afraid of that. But the real bottom line to this is you've got the most amazing immune system there is. This thing can destroy most all invaders, but you have to give it a tune-up if you want it to work correctly, and you've got to get away from the things that cause it to be weakened. And most people, they've been, just over the years, they've been conditioned to think processed foods are good, it's okay to take those pills the doctor gives me, when in fact, these are the source of your problem.
I just sort of covered that last hour, Larry, when I was talking about face masks and how I continue to see people out in parks and near the ocean and various other places, people exercising, running, jogging down the street with a face mask on. And how the recent Cochrane Institute the gold standard of evidence-based medicine. These doctors from all over the globe looked at 78 studies showing over on 1 million people face masks flat out don't work, and so those people were wearing them, like you said, are
Absolutely.
living in fear. It's almost like my psychology and psychiatry friends are telling me that those people that I see on the street now with face masks, with exception, have a mild form of emotional mental illness as a result of all the fear that they have absorbed during the bogusness that Dr. Anthony Fauci and others fed into their psyche, and they can't get over it. They just won't let go of it, which is really tragic.
It is. They're playing a bad record over and over again. And the record they need to hear is that you can actually boost your immune system mightily with 2 supplements, adding vitamin D will, if you get the right amount, can boost your immune system 10 times. And adding Noni juice to that can 3x that. That's an amazing thing, and you didn't have to do much. And it's so easy to avoid, any real malady these days, but people don't know, and they need to get away from antibiotics. That means most processed foods, whether it's meats, cheeses, those kinds of products are all treated with antibiotics. You don't think you're taking antibiotics because the doctor didn't give them to you. Heck, it's in the food, and that's a problem. It's even finding it in some produce, Dr. Bob. And in fact, there's one company that's trying to develop a lettuce that has the mRNA vaccine in it.
Oh, geez. That's a Frankenstein lettuce in my mind coming down the pipeline. Incredible.
Well, all we really need to do, folks, is come back to nature, come back to the way God made you, and allow Him to help you. And in fact, this is what we keep asking people to do who call us, is take and enroll in our free course for all Dr. Bob listeners. It's how to build an amazing immune system. 10 easy steps everybody can do, and it doesn't cost much. I mean, it's very low cost. And we're talking about seeing a difference you can see and feel tomorrow.
Well, this show is about education, Larry. I'm all over this. How do people, there's going to be people who may be interested in taking you up on the offer. How do they get to this course about learning how to activate and keep their immune systems healthy?
Well, all you do is go to our website, TahitiTrader.com, and there's a form there. It says Dr. Bob Special Offer. We did it for you. They can go there and just put their name in and enroll. It's not a big deal. You get into our course, and it's got 10 steps right in there. Just follow along. And I'm narrating those courses, so it's really simple. It's going to be me. And it's one of those wonderful things that you'll see and feel the difference so quickly, you'll wonder why I wasn't doing it. And folks, I'm just going to tell you the truth. Most of the things that you need to do for yourself are easy as pie. We've been told you need to do something complex, something difficult to get there. It's not that way.
It's even worse than that. Most people have been convinced that they don't even have an immune system, that, they just are an infection waiting to happen, and that don't bother to try to help yourself. Let the pharmaceutical company take over. They're your friends. Not so much. The big problem, cold and flu season, it's here. Are you ready? Have you already been slapped down with illness? Well, it may come back your way to circle back and get you again unless you're ready for it. Some people get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 colds a year, affecting their quality of life, their ability to work, their ability to enjoy just living. And most people are completely confused about what to do and what really actually works when it comes to staying healthy naturally. So we are here trying to cut through that confusion with our special guest, functional food and exotic botanicals researcher and CEO of Tahiti Trader, Larry Logsdon, is with us, and we're in a conversation about how you can help yourself out. And Larry, just before the break, offered up a course that you can actually take, because this show is dedicated to education. I mean, that's how you get and stay healthy, as you become informed and you become your own best doctor most of the time. Larry is offering a course. If you have a computer, if you have an iPhone, if you have a smartphone, if you have a tablet, if you have a laptop, you have a desktop, you have any connection to the internet, you'll be able to access this course online to know how to build immunity so that you are less likely to get sick for yourself and your family. Larry, can you, before we get started back up, can you then give people who are interested in finding out more about this the coordinates, both online, because some people don't even have access to a computer, but maybe they can figure it out with their neighbor by just calling your toll-free number or something. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out.
Well, Dr. Bob, there will be some people who may want us to mail them the printed course. And we'll do that. You can call our office. The number is 800-842-5309. That's 800-842-5309.
Okay.
And we will be happy to mail you out a copy of the course so you can just flip through it on your own, one at a time, if you don't have a computer or something like that. No problem. We did build a wonderful place for people to who want to experience the course. It's very simple, and we have it set up so that people can take it one step at a time, learn as they go, interact with other people while they're there if they like, and ask questions, all the things that you really want to do in one place. Mm-hmm. And that's at our Mighty Networks, and it's TahitiTrader.com. Amazing. And what I want to do, folks, is I want you to figure out how simple this big step is. It's as easy as pie. You just didn't know you could do it. And once you learn that there's some very basic things you need to do to get you where you need to be, it just looks like, why didn't they tell me this stuff was so simple? Mm-hmm. You know, that's a very good question. I don't have that answer. I can tell you one thing. It's like home economics. It teaches you how to boil eggs.
All right, folks, let me give you the coordinates of how to get a hold of. And by the way, this is really, really expensive. It's free 99. Okay, can you handle that? What's the value on that? What is the value? Is there a set value of what this is, Larry, that you...
We would normally, the normal rate would be $297. Yet for Dr. Bob Martin listeners, right now at our website, you will see there's a pop-up on the website that says, Dr. Bob listeners, here's how you get to the immune course. And it's free, no charge. You just fill it out, and you're in. That's simple.
Sweet. All right, folks, here's how the coordinates to get to it online, TahitiTrader.com, TahitiTrader.com. And if that doesn't work for you, call their toll-free number at 800-842-5309. 800-842-5309 or TahitiTrader.com. You're looking for the immunity building course. I mean, who wouldn't want to educate themselves about how to build back or build better your immune system so that you're more resilient and more resistant to getting sick in the first place? This show is dedicated to this, Larry. I mean, this show, I've been doing talk radio for more than 40 years now, and it's exactly what we teach people is how to become their own best doctor most of the time. And this really ties into that theme.
It does, Dr. Bob. And, it's the best thing I can do in this life is to give service to others who really just want to learn how to be the best person they can be.
No higher calling than that, in my opinion. Now, you mentioned vitamin D, which we have been telling people about for decades, but especially when the COVID pandemic started. I told people from day one, February 2020, when this whole thing broke, I said, look, you've got to make sure you've got the anti-flu, antiviral vitamin on board. Vitamin D, you mentioned all the studies, of course, coming out now showing vitamin D is important, and if you're not certain whether to take it, find somebody who's learned in nutrition. Talk with them, maybe your chiropractor, your naturopath, your integrative trained or functional medicine doctor, your nutritionist, somebody, because the information's out there. All you have to do is read about how vitamin D does help bolster the immune system 10 times. Now, you mentioned Noni, and then you mentioned something about 3 times. Explain, please.
Well, here's the thing, Dr. Bob. Noni, what it does in our body is it helps to modulate the immune system through activating serotonin. That's your master hormone. You're out of balance. Your whole system is out of balance. That's called homeostasis. And when your homeostasis is out of balance, your immune system's not effective. That's your problem. So if you put vitamin D into your diet and you add Noni to it, Noni can triple the effect of the vitamin D. It's an amazing thing, and this is documented. I didn't make it up.
That was where I was going. Where's that documented? Yeah. What do you mean?
The research is out there. I'd be happy to share that in our book. Our book that we're providing with our course called Build an Amazing Immune System. You'll find the footnotes are in there for you to go to read those studies if you want and figure this out for yourself. But folks, you can feel better right now. Once you start on this course, you will feel a difference today, and that is an amazing thing because your body wants to change. You're just not giving it what it needs.
Mm-hmm. All right, I want to give that information out once again for people who are interested in getting this course. This is almost a $200 minimum value. You're getting the immunity building course that Larry Logsdon, CEO of Tahiti Trader is offering today on their website, TahitiTrader.com. TahitiTrader.com, or their toll-free number, 800-842-5309. We'll come back with our special guest in just a moment. Our special guest, however, this segment of the program is Larry Logsdon. He is a functional food and exotic botanicals researcher and CEO of Tahiti Trader, distinguished producer of the world's finest and most medicinal form of Noni juice. So many people are confused about what to do or what not to do to keep themselves healthy naturally. They don't want to rely, nobody wants to rely on pharmaceutical, petrochemical drugs. They want to take back their health. They want to become their own best doctors most of the time, but they just don't know how to get started. Well, Larry's making it easy for you here. He's put together a course that you can actually take online that has great value. It's priceless, but at least a minimum retail value of about $200. But for being a Dr. Bob Martin listener, it's free for you. It's at his expense, not any expense to you. You can access that on their website at TahitiTrader.com. If you're curious about it, just take a look at it. Even if you don't want to help your immune system, that's okay. Just go over, kick the tires, look at it. Maybe somebody in your life might be interested in it. TahitiTrader.com, TahitiTrader.com, or their toll-free number, 800-842-5309, 800-842-5309. Let's get back to the information with Larry Logsdon here while we still have time with him. Larry, with the Noni juice, I mean, people may not have ever experienced Noni juice before. I mean, they may be big-time, OJ drinkers or apple juice drinkers or grape juice drinkers, but they've never tasted. What's the difference, really? I mean, some people say, well, yeah, I get my vitamin C through my OJ. What's the difference if they were to integrate or try Noni juice compared to OJ, orange juice or apple juice or any of the other fruit juices?
Well, mostly, Dr. Bob, other fruit juices are merely beverages. They're basically flavored water with sugar in it these days. Although you can go to your tree and take oranges off it and squeeze them. Now, that's real orange juice. Right. Most of the stuff you see out there today is not even close. They add vitamin C in order for it to have any value at all.
Especially after last weekend, Larry, when I talked about the PFASs in the orange juice. I think a lot of people threw it down the drain after they heard that.
Oh, yeah,
that's Simply Orange Juice Company.
You wouldn't believe what they put in that product.
The makers of Coca-Cola.
Oh, well, Coke and Pepsi own the big companies. Yeah. That's where it is. But you guys need to keep one thing in mind. What Noni's about is balancing your body's system. It's been used for thousands upon thousands of years. We have more than 700
Where,
studies.
Larry? Where has it been used for thousands of years?
Well, we learned about it from the ancient Polynesians, but it goes way back to Indian medicine, Ayurvedic medicine in India. And this stuff, they use it for everything. And topical, internal, you name it. They even use it in the hospitals to get you out of the hospital so that you heal faster. Noni is an amazing way of getting your body back on track, and you can feel it. Now, let's be real. The Noni juice that the people on the islands use, the island style, is pretty raspy tasting stuff, folks. It isn't like something you're going to want to go, oh, this is wonderful.
Well, it's medicinal. And medicinal things do that, like echinacea and other things, right?
It tastes, it's pretty wrong, I'll tell you.
It's worth it if you're sick, though, I'll tell you what.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. This morning, I had a woman who wrote to me saying, oh, my God, my shipment came to me and went to the wrong house. What do I do? I need it. Where should I get it? I said, I'll ship you overnight tomorrow. Oh, thank you. Because she said, I got bronchitis, and the only thing that works for me. And so, folks, this is something you can do yourself, and it will help you. You'll feel it now.
What about the Noni that's flavored with blueberry? That's actually very pleasant, very good tasting.
It is. That's our original high-potency Noni juice. Dr. Bob, and it's blended with blueberry, raspberry, and it's wonderful tasting, and you'll get the same benefits, and you sip on it. You don't just chug it, and you sip on it, and you'll notice that you feel like something's cleared out of my head. This is exactly what your body wants to do, wants to get things cleared out, and it wants you to operate normally.
All right, folks, so whether it's full throttle Noni juice, island style, or Noni juice from Tahiti Trader Light with the fruit juice flavoring, or you want to access the free course about how to get your immune system well, keep it well, TahitiTrader.com, the website, TahitiTrader.com, or 800-842-5309. Welcome back to this radio show. Dr. Bob Martin with you, our special guest, Larry Logsdon, exotic botanicals researcher and functional medicine food expert, CEO of Tahiti Trader, the distinguished producer of the world's finest and most medicinal Noni juice. And if you want to find out more about it, just look in your health food store. There are major health food stores everywhere carry it. Or you can access their website to take advantage of the free immune building course that they're offering. $200 value. It's yours for free. Well, it's really not free. It's at Larry's expense, but take advantage of it nonetheless. The number or the website to go to is TahitiTrader.com, TahitiTrader.com, or their toll-free number, 800-842-5309, 800-842-5309. Larry, I want to thank you for being with us to talk about this, to discuss this today. We very much appreciate you and hope to have you on the show in the near future, sir.
Oh, thank you so much for having me, Dr. Bob. I really love to be able to share with other people how easy it can be to be healthy, happy, and vibrant.
Yeah, appreciate your generosity on giving out the course to my listeners, too, by the way.
My pleasure, Dr. Bob.
My pleasure. Take care. Take care, Larry.
Thanks so much. Have a wonderful day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to Wellness Made Easy. Want more tools to stay healthy? Follow us on social media or visit TahitiTrader.com. Until next time, stay strong and stay well.